Kent Young Jr., Fred Flintstone, and James Butler. I have 3 orders. I have three orders that have not been paid yet. I have Fred Flintstone, I have James Butler, and James Butler right here. James Butler, I'm going to send an invoice again. Resend invoice. I got James Butler. Send invoice. We got Kent Young Jr. for $36. I'll resend that. And then I have the guy that did the auction a couple weeks ago, Polar Bear. He hasn't paid. I get tired of these orders. James Butler, Captain Fishtail. I already did that. Captain Fishtail was, what's his name? I tell you, sometimes Mac Henry, I get to the point where the problem with Mac Henry is, he doesn't just go by the orders that came in. And Fred Flintstone, there it is right here. Now, why wasn't that shipped? I give up. I really give up. This order was already processed. I already did it, and it's been sitting here. Oh my gosh. Captain Fishtail, I already did that. I already paid that one. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, see, here's another one. I give up. I really do. And I'm going to have a talk with Mac Henry. I'm going to have a talk with him. Because if I'm going to be here more often, things are going to change. Things are going to be changing now that I'm back in charge, okay? There's going to be some changes, okay? You don't do anything other than the orders that are already in. You don't touch anything until all the orders are shipped out, okay? Period, plain and simple. That's all there is to it. I'm making that law right now. So we've got the only 2 people that haven't paid yet are James Butler and Kent Young Jr. Those are the only 2 All right, got the sound back. I must have pushed the button. So you guys, you guys weren't hearing any of the yelling and screaming. So I was yelling and screaming this morning. Matt Henry, I got to have a talk with him. I really do, or I'm going to lose it, because I am tired of his constantly cleaning things up. He spends a whole day just organizing. And it's beyond, it's I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore Tuesday. That's what I'm going to call today's show. I can't take it anymore Tuesday. There, we're on X. Nobody will ever comment on X. Nobody ever comments on X, which I understand. They just like to watch it. All right, so we got X, we got YouTube. No, thank you very much, Robert Novell. Thank you so much for that great insight. I greatly appreciate that insight, Robert Novell. So I'm going to give you my monologue. You guys can take it for what it's worth, okay? Trouble Tuesday. Yes, very good. It's Trouble Tuesday. It is Trouble Tuesday. Hey, do anything. Hey, anything I can do? Yes. You can do a lot, okay? Yeah, there's no sound this morning. I know there's no sound, okay? I finally figured it out. So you missed basically 10 minutes of the best show, okay? We had 200 people on X, but nobody comments on X. I've got people watching on X, but nobody comments on X, okay? Which, go figure that one. All right, so we have some... there's no big news today. Today is just another fun day at ProTinkerToys.com. Okay, it's just another fun day at ProTinkerToys.com. Other than every one of my vehicles is breaking down, and I have to do repairs on them. Other than that, everything is fine. I'm just having to spend a lot of money on vehicle repair all of a sudden. Okay, just all of a sudden. It's just one thing after another. And, you know, that's what happens when you have cars that are 100 to 150,000 miles old. But, you know, that's the way cars are engineered. You know, it's funny because I was listening to a guy on Tucker Carlson was talking about the quality of cars ever since 2005 and 2000. That he would never buy a car after 2000 because it breaks down so much. So my question is then, okay, so when I was selling cars in 2003, if a car came into our lot, if we had a car come to our lot that had 100,000 miles on it. Now this is 2003, okay? This is what's so amazing. That's just 20 years ago. 22 years ago, okay? Back in 2003, if you drive, actually it was 2004 and 5, but if you drove a car onto our lot, okay, yeah, man, that was 2003. Holy cow. If you drove a car on our lot that had over 100,000 miles on it, the most we would give you is $500. Maybe 1,000 if it was in good shape. Okay? But anything over 100,000 miles, you'd get $500 trade-in. And that was standard. I mean, that wasn't just our dealership. That was any dealership you'd go around. Okay? And then all of a sudden, okay, now people will say, well, cars nowadays are cheaper and they break down more and they don't last as long. And I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. Now, if that is true, then why do cars, like I have a Mini Cooper that has 120,000 miles on it, okay? I can take it to a mini dealer and get about $9,000 for it. About $9,000, maybe 7 right now. I've got a van here that's got 198,000 miles on it. I could probably get $5,000 for it, maybe. I might get 5. Okay. I mean, 20 years ago, I wouldn't be able to get more than $500 for it. So you're saying, okay, well, what's the difference, Brian? Why? Okay, so cars are they lasting longer, or do they have to keep the value up, or do they have to artificially inflate the cost of the vehicle because of how much it costs to buy a vehicle? I mean, I bought that Transit back in 2016 for $30,000. Okay, $30,000 for that Transit. That same Transit right now, if I would go buy it right now, is $52,000. It's not worth $52,000. That's what I'm trying to. It's so funny, and it's not like they're worth anymore. Okay, there's no difference in the amount of product or raw materials to make that car than a newer one. So today's now I want to show you something. Now my wife, I don't know what she did this morning. I don't know what, or yesterday. She did these yesterday, okay? I don't know what she did, okay, or what was going through her mind when she made these cookies, but I have never, ever seen a peanut butter cookie that looks this beautiful, okay? I mean, I would have to give her a plus on this peanut butter cookie, because this thing is already a 1/2 inch thick, okay? I don't know what she did. If she used twice as much dough, and she's got the forks in it, look at how thick that cookie is. Look at how thick it is, okay? Look at that baby. I mean, doesn't that just say, I want to eat you? I mean, look, that is what you call a real, look at this, guys, X. I'm sorry for not showing you guys on X. Look at that cookie. Look at that donut. Look at that cookie. Look at how thick it is. And you notice the fork? It's got the fork in it. That tells you that it's an original peanut butter cookie, not the crap you buy at your grocery stores. If it doesn't have the fork in it, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy the peanut butter cookie. Anthony Bateman, good morning, Brian. That looks like a breakfast of champions. I wish I had 60 brothers. Good. Wait a minute. I wish I had like $60, brother. Good morning, all. Rod Rodriguez. Man, that's a real cookie. I'm telling you, my wife, I don't know what she did, but she made these yesterday. I asked her, we were driving home from church on Sunday, and I said, dear, can you make me peanut butter cookies? I said, and I also said, now if you I said to her, now if you love me, you would make me cookies today. Well, she didn't have time to make them. Plus, I was redoing the shed on Sunday. And so I was in the shed yesterday. After I got off of this, I was kind of sitting down for a second because I was cleaning the upstairs. And then all of a sudden, Frankie bought me in 2 bags of peanut butter cookies. And every one of them is like this. I mean, every one of them is about as thick as a tire. Okay? And what's really great about it is they're really thick. Okay? Mm. 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 So my wife, my loving wife, made me peanut butter cookies yesterday. And I go get my hair cut yesterday. So, if you've never been to Sports Clip, you got to go to Sports Clip to get your hair done. Number one, they give you a massage on your neck. They wash your hair. They put a hot towel on your face. And then I got a great haircut. Look at that, baby. Sports Clip. You want to get a good haircut, go to Sports Clip. Let's see. Anthony Bateman, you're teasing us, guys. Cookie looks oh, it is delicious. Oh, let me tell you. This cookie is real delicious. The problem is I like to eat the cookies. I like to eat these cookies without my teeth in. Oh boy, she did a great job on these cookies. Holy moly. I don't know why they're so thick. I mean, look at these things. They're all like this. Look at this. Got the fork and the sugar because she dips the fork in the sugar and then she puts it into the cookie. Look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. Look at how thick that is. That's a real cookie. Oh, man. Now, I'm not saying that Super Dave's wife didn't send me good cookies. Those were good cookies, too. But I'm saying my wife, look at how thick that cookie is. Look at how thick that is. That is so healthy. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Nick, it's all flour and sugar. No, it's not. It's peanut butter. Yeah, peanut butter. Now, I want to tell you something about the Bryan's bargains. Because Bryan's bargains, they're doing great. If you haven't been on our website and checked out our Bryan's bargains, this is the one bargain that's selling like crazy. You get the Hot Wheel drag strip plus 9 cars. Holy moly. Give me a break. Man. That's just one Bryan's bargains. Plus we got a slot car set Bryan's bargains. Holy moly. Man. Oh man, that cookie is so good. Oh my God. Oh, she really did a good job on these cookies. Oh man, did she do a good job on these cookies. Man. Holy moly. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Daniel always shows up at 10 o'clock. So, I'm not going to say a thing when he comes in. I'm going to let him talk, okay, guys? I'm just going to pretend like I'm just kind of do things right here. So, I'm not going to really be talking to you guys. I'm just going to be like right here doing things, okay? And let's hear what he has to say, okay?
Are you live streaming? What do you eat? Oh, cookies.
What can I help you with?
Are you shipping today?
I did a couple things. Why?
Did you get my message?
No, I didn't. Why?
Oh.
What was your message? I couldn't understand it. You're very, very stupid cryptic. I don't understand. Actually, so
Okay.
read that to them.
Actually, might. Okay, so we were talking about
Who was talking?
at our meeting. We had a meeting. We were talking. And we were talking about shipping and how it's going to get done now that Xavier's not with us. And I said, me and Nate have it under control. It's not going to be an issue. But then I responded to the group chat. We have a group chat between me and Ryan. And I said, actually, might make for some good content dad shipping this week. Showing everyone how it's done. Because he's always telling everyone he knows the right way to do it. I can't get I can get everything pulled and ready to go. But I don't know if it's too late to switch up live stream, so we can title the live stream Bryan shows everyone how it's done. Looks like our live stream is just labeled Tuesday today.
Yeah, he really. I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
It's just Tuesday.
No, he just keeps failing us.
And then so then Ryan responded, yeah, that would be entertaining. Who's that?
Nate.
So maybe we do that next week.
Hey, Nate, I need you to go down to the warehouse real quick, and on the top shelf in the big warehouse, on the right-hand side, on the very top is giant Aurora things, which are the display cases, or the little slot car trays. Get a half dozen of them, because I want to show them those, because I want to do a Bryan's bargain with one of those trays and a bunch of cars.
Do you want to get the race cases?
Yeah, the race cases.
Okay, just tell them, hey, go get me a case of race cases.
I don't want a whole case. I want 6 of them.
That's a case of them.
No, it's not. A case is over 40.
I don't know. Is this trash room?
Yes. All right, so and I've got peanut butter cookies here. You can have as many as you want. Okay, so I don't have any big news. I'm having a meeting with SCX tomorrow morning, and I'm going to have a meeting with Auto World after the live stream. I'm going to be talking to Auto World, but right now the semi is still on target for October 15th or September 15th is when it's going to ship, and we'll be getting more details on that. You know, that's really where it's at right now. We've had it wasn't. I don't really have any big news. No big news has come out lately. We just had a really good weekend. We had a lot of Bryan's bargains were sold this weekend. A lot. And we had a lot of people come into the stores, okay? One set that we have a lot of, which I like, because I like this set, and that is the Rally 4x4. Because we sell these cars individually, but we also have about 40 of them. And they're probably one of the best values you can get is the Rally 4x4. It's got the wireless hand throttles. You buy it with the either the AFX extended pack or I've got it in a Bryan's bargain. You get it with the drag race or the drag race extender set, which gives you 11 ever tracks. You can double the size. So the Rally 4x4 is a really sweet deal. We just have so many deals going on right now, and I'm really excited about that. What about the Carrera? I thought you were going to do a Carrera now. You changed your... No, I did not change it. So here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal with Carrera. So I've got to get the upstairs. I'm getting it. I'm doing a little bit every night. I'm organizing the tables. Now I have to get 2 more tables made, okay, to put the Carrera layout on. because I've got room now for 4 tables, okay? And so I have more room, and so I'm going to start working on the Carrera table with the Carrera, and that's a thing that I have to do today too. So I'm going to put a note, because I'm doing more notes. I'm doing a lot more notes. So let's see. Let's see here. We'll do 2 p.m. Get Carrera order done. There we go. Okay, so I've got that in my schedule now, so that I can remind myself, alert, 30 minutes before. Okay. Edit. All right, so I got that. What? Yes.
Okay, so I have a guy telling me that you said on a live stream if they bought a cross-track set, they get 2 free cars.
A cross-track set.
But you might have said that.
Did he already buy it?
I think so, yeah. He said he didn't receive 2 free cars. Because the only deals you're supposed to do are Bryan's bars.
No, I know that. I don't know what I did on that day, but it did. Yeah, just send him. Oh, I know it, but it doesn't matter. It's these cars. It's 2 of these, you know. So.
Yeah, so now I got to pay for shipping.
Yeah, well, you know what?
The shipping's gone up. We're getting. They're being mean to us.
Who is?
Shipping. They're making their shipping charges go up.
No, it's not us.
It's killing our margins.
Well, that means we have to raise our shipping then.
Means we might be going out of business. We can't ship stuff. And everybody else wants free shipping. I don't get it.
That's what I just said to myself. That's what I just said. That's what I just said, Anthony, is that I'm working on the Carrera order today. And I'm getting it sent to Carrera today. Okay, bro? I'm getting that done today. Kids are getting big. Yes, kids are getting big. Super Dave did not make you cookies. Well, yeah, Chucky B. I'm sorry. Super Dave did not. Chucky B. Yes, that's right. Chucky B. Chucky B. Sounds good. Okay, so that's good. So I'm trying to write things down now. Anytime I have a meeting or a schedule or something, I'm making a note on my phone because I'm forgetting. Like today. So yesterday I was thinking I had something I had to do today, and I did, but I didn't because I only did it one weekend, which was the vacation Bible study. All I had to do is provide the motor, so I didn't have to worry about that. All right, so So let's look at something here. We're gonna do something I haven't done in a while. I'm gonna come over here and just give people a little bit of insight on different chassis. Okay. Now the most popular chassis that was ever made by all the companies. Okay, and even nowadays you have TFX. TFX makes a similar type designed Thunderjet chassis. Now, they don't like you calling it Thunderjet, but I hate to tell you, but this is a modified or a upgraded Thunderjet chassis from the 1960s. All right, and so TFX makes a more modern, but these are all pancake motors. Okay, and now what is a pancake motor? A pancake motor is basically you're putting it together. and that's why it's like a pancake. You're putting on top of the chassis, and so you're like stacking pancakes on top. You have your chassis, then you have your armature, you have your motors, so it's all like kind of compact together. And these kind of took over from the early 60s, which was the vibrators, which nobody liked. Vibrators were a great concept. You know, they thought it was going to be it, but it didn't take off. And so Thunderjets took over as the chassis. And you had the Streamline, you had long Thunderjet chassis. You had a whole slew of Thunderjet chassis. And that literally ran all the way through the 60s, the Thunderjet chassis, okay? Which now Autoworld then added a magnet to it, and they call it Thunderjet Ultra G, okay? Then you had in the 1970s a new division at Aurora, which was called AFX, Aurora Factory Experimental. And they started in the early 70s, and they created a whole series of chassis, everything from the 4-gear chassis to the extraction chassis, okay? And this chassis was in two sizes. You had your longer 4-gear chassis, which is same. Both of these are same pancake motors, and they but the 4 gears were longer because they were like doing drag cars, hearse, they had this Rolls Royce cars. They were doing all these odd cars, and they'd put them on these larger chassis, which were the 4-gear chassis. Extraction was your most popular, okay? And they had the magnet traction and the non-magnet traction, okay? Which basically the magnets really, you had plastic that was covering up the magnets. In the non-mag traction, the plastic was taken away, and so the magnets kind of were a traction to the track. Help to keep the car on the track. And then in the late 70s, you were coming out with all these, I would say probably from 75 to 79, you were coming out with all these like Super G Plus, all these like Super 3 cars, all these modified parts that you could get for your extraction. And then they came out with their inline motors, okay, which are simpler like this, okay, like the AFX Mega G. And then you had the Mega G Plus, and then you had the turbo cars that Tomy came out with. But mostly, toward the end of Aurora days, they were kind of following the same path that Tyco was going. Now, Tyco was doing these chassis all the way through the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Okay, they started out with they had the Tyco Pro cars, but most of them went to these type of motors, they were kind of like a sealed motor. You know what I'm saying? A motor that was already done. You didn't really have to do much to it. You know, you could buy modification parts to it, but Tyco then had their slew of motors. Okay. You had your super. Then you had your inline or your thin line, or their narrows. Okay, notice this is a 440, and that's a 440 X2. Notice it's a wide body. See how the body is wider, and that fits on a lot of your NASCARs, where this fits on a lot of F1 cars. Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta keep my X people. That is a 440, and that is a 440 X2 wide body. Notice it's wide. This is narrow. This is for F1 cars. So, okay, so everybody can see that. And so that was the evolution of cars. Now, the most popular body in the late, I would say ever since Tomy came out with their Turbo and Turbo G Plus, or Turbo G Plus, Turbo Plus. Those motors were very popular among racers, okay? And they made a lot of modifications. They made a lot of changes to them. And that's why you have a lot of guys like Terry Flynn down in Florida. He's got his line of cars that he's made. And then you have, oh shoot, what's his name? Viper, his bodies, okay? Everybody wants to push the envelope of speed, okay? And And it's all about speed, okay? I can't emphasize it enough. You know, you can only go so fast on a slot car track to where, well, I mean, yeah, you could put a magnet, you could put a thing on it to hold it on the track, and it never comes off the track. You can make a rail where your guide pins, which they did, and that's what this is called. Extreme racing. And your guide pin basically had this little U in it, and it really kind of held into the track. The car would never come off the track. Well, now, how fun is that? And that's why that's why I'm telling you, this is why Tyco and Aurora and Tomy went out of business. It's because all of this crap that they came out with. All these buyers at all these department store chains were saying, hey, we want this car, we want this car, we want this stupid thing, you know? And we want this to go loopity loop, or we want to have a loopity loopity loop loop loop. And but the fact of the matter is, which people fail to realize. Okay, this is the ingenious of. This is why Thunderjet chassis or Thunderjet was so popular in the 60s, okay? I mean, they made millions of these cars. Is the name itself, okay? Can anybody name another modern or a popular toy in the 60s that had a similar name? It was made by Ideal. It's called Motorific. Motorific. Now, if you've never heard about Motorific, it was basically a 1/32 scale slot car set that you didn't really control the car. It had an inline motor, okay? So your car had a motor similar to and the Motorific cars, all you did is you put the batteries in the car, double A's, and you turn the car on, and all you did is go around and flip the switches so the car would go in different directions, okay? It had jumps and everything. It was just model motoring. It was basically model, and that's what Thunderjets was. It was model motoring, okay? You basically were just driving your car around like you were going on a tour, like on a drive one day. Let's say your wife, hey, let's go on a little trip, okay? I'm gonna get my MG and I'm gonna get in my MG and just go on a nice little trip. You're gonna go on model motoring, and that's what model motoring was, and that's what I got obsessed with. Is because I can visually look at it right now in my head. Okay, my bedroom at the Imperial Trace apartment, I had a sheet of plywood. I had my model motoring set. I had my buildings. As the cars were driving around, I would be building my buildings with girder and panel. And I was having fun. I was experiencing entertainment as a 10 and 11-year-old. I was doing something fun. I was captured away. I was taken away into a fantasy that I'm the only one that was a part of. I was sitting down and I was getting my steering wheels. I was setting my cars for a certain speed, and I'd set my both cars at a certain speed, and then I would be listening. I'd turn on my radio, and all of a sudden I'd listen to Bye Bye, a Miss American Pie by Don McLean, and I'm building my girder and panel buildings, putting the buildings on it. I'm building my city. I'm running my cars. That's what was exciting. That's what was exciting about that. That's why this whole hobby is like this. Okay? It's just like, Anthony Bateman. He's got his basement. Okay? He goes down there and he releases. He has a fantasy. He's building these little pylons now to put his track on top. That's why we do this. Call me around 3 o'clock. Call me around 3 o'clock. And so that's why model motoring was called model motoring. Okay. Then, I mean, you had your fast people, you had your fast cars. I mean, that's what with the racetrack that was on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1965. And then they did another one with AFX. You know. Everybody had a different. Experience. Okay, everybody has a different experience. I jumped into slot cars in 1970 and 71. Okay. Hey Siri, when did the Franklin Park Mall in Toledo get built? It opened July. Okay, so I moved to Toledo in 1970. Okay, so in 1970 I was 11 years old. Okay, because I was born in 1969 or 59. So I was 11 years old in 1970. Okay, and I lived at the Imperial Trace Apartments and Franklin Park Mall was being built at the time, okay? And it opened in July of 71. And I lived there, I think, for 2 years, 71 and 72. I think Mom married Mac in 73, okay? Hey Siri, can you tell me when my mom, Maxine Miller, married Mac Miller back in the 70s? No. I think Mom married Mac in 1973, in July of 73, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 73 or 74. I think it was 73, because then we moved from Toledo to Bowling Green, and then I had to share my bedroom with Bryan Miller, my stepbrother. He was a good guy. Bryan, he was a jock. He was a sports guy, and so he was always into sports. I was not. Now, he was 5 years younger than I was. So he was still in elementary school when I was in high school. And so when I went into the Navy, he was just getting into high school. Okay? He was just getting into high school. I'm pretty sure he was just getting into high school. So I was much older than him. And then all of a sudden I started growing. Man, I grew so fast. I got 6'2" is when I topped out in high school. It was 6'2". But I was a beanpole. Man, I was such a beanpole. It's like you could have mistaken me for a walking stick in high school. Vroom motor. Remember the vroom motor. The act of building or creating something is what it's all about. It is. That is exactly what it's all about. Is what are you doing? What are you making? That's why I build these layouts. I enjoy building the layouts, and I'm going to start doing another one. I was in vocational. I played sports and also basketball, football, and hockey. I was not a sports guy, okay? They came out with, Mattel, Vroom. They came out with so many stupid chassis, okay? And I'm telling you, it's what broke them. It's what broke them. They just didn't have the money to do it all. So, we got Ted Baker here. so Thunderjets has a lot of remembrance because that's how I jumped into it. Was in 1970 and 71, okay, and 72. And once I was able to, so I finally figured out, because my mom was very poor, okay? When we lived in the Imperial Trace Apartments, there were times, unless my wife's sister or my mom's sister, Aunt Rose, would come over, because I spent a lot of summers with Aunt Rose, which were the funnest times of my life. 71, 72, 73, I spent some summers with my Aunt Rose. The greatest time of my life. Anyways, she would come over and bring us groceries because sometimes mom just didn't have the money. And so I got nothing. I had to learn to make money. And one of the things I learned to do, which I made a ton of money at, which enabled me to buy slot cars, was I became a shoe shiner. And it was called Colonial Barber in Toledo, Ohio, near Franklin Park Mall. And I would get anywhere from 25 cents to 50 cents shining people's shoes. And so I would, after school, I would go to this especially in the summertime, I was there all the time. I would go there and I would shine shoes. I would come back with $10, and $10 in 1971 is like $50 now. Okay? I would get 50, 60, 70 cents, and then I might got a quarter for a tip. It was a big money. I made so much money shining shoes. It was unbelievable how much money I made shining shoes. It was crazy how much money I made shining shoes. And so I would do anything to make money. Okay, legally, I would do anything to make money. You have to do things legally. Can't do things illegally. And because my mom had no money. She had no money. If I wanted a TV, I had to go in the basement and find an old TV and get tubes out of other TVs and make a television work. Okay, that's basically my life. Okay, because TVs were just coming out of tube televisions, and they were just going into a solid circuit. Okay. The tube television was just being discontinued. I mean, in the sense of tubes, not the main tube, but the resistor tubes. And so I had to fix that. So that was my youth, and that's how I got into slot cars, because I was making all this money, and I was shining shoes, and I was able to buy my own things. And I remember I had this mini bike. I for some reason I got this mini bike, and this mini bike was broken because the gear that was attached to the tire, okay, the solder had come undone on the bearing, and so it had no track. It had no power. The chain would go, but the wheel wouldn't move because the ball bearing was stripped. It wasn't soldered anymore to the gear. And I remember that part, I found out that there was a motorcycle place. My mom took me to it, and the part was $20. $20. I said, Mom, can you get the part for me? It's $20. Bryan, I don't have the money. I don't have $20. And so I had to save money up to get $20 to buy that part. And it wasn't until we moved to Bowling Green did I get that scooter fixed, because I had a newspaper route then in the mid-'70s, and I was able to make money to get it fixed. Okay, it was a sprocket, yes. And well, I know it was a clutch. It was basically it was an old-fashioned mini scooter, motorcycle. Just and it basically it had the motor. The gear was on the motor, and then the chain went to the rear wheel, and the ball bearing that was attached to the gear there was stripped, and so it wasn't attached to anything, so it would just turn that gear, and it wasn't making any, it wouldn't move. So anyway, yeah, I love mini bikes. I had one. My friend and I, Greg Redmond, he had a Honda. He always was able to get the best, okay, because there was only 2 kids in his family, and his parents had made good money. They were pastors, or the mom or the dad was the pastor of the church, and the church was a nice church, and Greg Redmond, Luther, his name was Luther Redmond, and Greg always he always would buy the best. He was the first one, believe this or not. Greg Redmond bought the first Betamax videotape system, okay, thinking it was going to be the best, the Sony Betamax. He bought this in 77, 78, or 75 or 70. It was the Betamax Sony videotape system. But the problem was you could only tape an hour, okay? And so he could only tape parts of shows. You had to use 2 tapes. Sony didn't last that. The Betamax didn't, but he spent, like, I can't remember. Back then, it was like $1,000 for this machine. And that was a lot of money back in the 70s. Anyway. So that's kind of the story today. We've been selling a lot of exclusives. We've been selling a lot of cars. We're just selling cars. People are grabbing, like, for example, they're picking up these John Wick cars because they don't have these John Wick cars from the John Wick's movies. And these are the Charger and the Chevelle, okay? And they want to pick up those. And then now all of a sudden, ever since I've been talking about these cars, is the Brie cars. They want to get a set of the Brie cars. And, you want to get a set of the Brie cars. I think the Datsun 620 is my favorite. The Datsun 620. The Datsun 620. See that? 620. See that? You got the 240Z. And then we still have the Brie set. Man, that's going to be a really nice set one of these days. And then you've got the 510. Datsun 510. I can't remember what Datsun I had. I bought it in 1980. I got into Connecticut and I bought this Datsun. I can't remember what it was. Hey Siri, what were the 1970, late 70 Datsun cars? Oh, the 1975 Datsun 210. That's what it was. The Datsun 210. That's what I had, the Datsun 210.
Is properly dead. First Datsun to take its net. Did you impressive 100?
Yeah, there was the Datsun 210. Now that I think about it. So I had a Datsun 210 when I was in the Navy. The Datsun 210. 240, 620, they have all these Datsuns. Now, and then if people are wanting older cars, they're picking up all these old like Norms, the Dodge 320s. You want a Dodge 320? How about a Dodge 320? A Datsun B210. That's it. That's what I had. A Datsun B210. And then I trade that in for a Mini or a VW Beetle. And then we have, oh yeah, right here, the Ford Mustang. We only have like a couple of these left, and all we have is the. We only have like 4 of these left. This is the white. Actually, it's a light blue, a very light blue Boss, and this is very popular. Check that one out. So we got 2 people on X. Oh man, boy, I can really rip them. Holy moly! Oh, stop, Bryan, stop! Holy cow! Holy moly, that's a potent one. Holy cow! Now, we still have these in stock, and these are very popular. People like them. Whew, man, I gotta fumigate this place. This place is bad. Holy cow! Get a 40-mile. That's right. They all got 40 miles an hour. My Ford Escort, just so everybody knows, I had a 1980 Ford Escort. I got 40 miles to the gallon on that car, highway. 40 miles. I drove that when I was in the Navy. I took Stephen Weary and Reggie Strickland. We went all the way around the United States in 1984. We went all the way. We were from Ohio, Michigan, or Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, North Carolina, or South Dakota, Utah, Montana, Wyoming, California. Then we came back all the southern states, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. And I went around the United States in that Ford Escort. 10,000 miles. We drove 10,000 miles in 30 days. And we have the Super 3 Ford Mustang, GT Mustang, and the Ford Mustang Boss. Look at this. Aren't those sweet looking? And this is item SC383. 383. Yeah, baby. You want to mess out on those, baby. And then, over here, let me find it really quick. All of a sudden, oh, yes. So this, I don't know what it is because we've sold out of every single Corvette that we've ever had, okay? And these Corvettes are muscle cars, muscle car dealership, Motion. And this is the 1970 Corvette, 1970 Corvette. This was probably the most popular Corvette ever made, the 1970. The 1970 is the most popular Corvette. They sold the most of these in 1970. They were about $7,000. These were about $7,000 when you bought it. Bryan, you need, let's see, Bryan, you need activated charcoal lined underwear. That's not nice, Kevin. Now we have another one, which is the Mustang, and these are the red and the gold. These are really beautiful. And I think a lot, let's see, I bought a 1989 Escort 5-speed for commuting, 10,000. Yeah, my Ford Escort, 1980 Ford Escort was about, what was it, 7, 8, 9,000. But the interest rate was 18%. 18% on a Ford Escort. I finally paid that off just before I got married. 4 years. I had it 4 years. And then I bought a 1985 and a half. I can smell that far through our phone. We can smell that far. So we got the Ford Mustang Boss 1970. This was the most popular Ford Escort, the 1970 302. This is this is what everybody wanted to own right here, the Boss Mustang. And this is what my friend Greg Redmond had. I had the 65 Mustang, he had the 1970 Mustang. And that was in 75. Because they bought cars back then, they bought cars every 2 years. Every 2 years you owned a new car. Every 2 years. And then we have the Cream de la Crop. We only have one of these. We only have the gold version of the GTO, the Pontiac GTO, 1964 Pontiac GTO. Look at that, baby. Pontiac GTO, baby. Only available at ProTinkerToys.com. Let's see. It was made in Mexico. Ran great. I had two Ford Escorts. I had a 1980 Ford Escort and a 1985 and a half station wagon Ford Escort. I love that car. Until my wife had an accident. And never was the same afterwards. Then we have all three cars. We have all three of these. We only have like four left of the 620, but we have the Blazer, the 620, and the Ford Escort. You need a new phone now. So I guess Daniel was telling me that that Mexico has gotten even worse now. Even Jesse is afraid for Mexico's because the cartels are just taking over Mexico. The president of Mexico is just letting their cartel just take over Mexico. And so they're very worried about, let's see, Anthony Bateman, that's freaking phone smells crap wrong. What are you talking about? My phone doesn't smell. No, there's nothing wrong with my phone. What are you talking about? Why does my phone smell? I don't understand. 66. I don't understand what you guys are saying. I don't understand what you mean. I got a lot of things to do today. I don't understand. My phone doesn't smell. I don't know what's wrong. That freaking phone smells crap wrong. How does that make any sense? I was supposed to say of yours through the phone. Arbuckle, my buddy Arbuckle. Oh my gosh. Hey, Arbuckle. Look, Arbuckle. Look at what my wife made me. My wife loves me very much, Arbuckle. Look what she made me. Are you ready, Arbuckle? Look at this, Arbuckle. This is what my wife made. A half-inch peanut, all healthy peanut butter cookie. Look at that, Arbuckle. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's got the forks in it. Look at the fork. Look at that, Arbuckle. Isn't that beautiful? Boy, I was waiting for Arbuckle to get back so I could show him how good these donuts or cookies are. Mmm. Mmm. I don't know what they're talking about my phone. My phone, you can't smell anything. Mac is going to have to double up on his perfume. Ha! THC. Try it sometime. Ha! No, thank you, Joe. No, thank you, Joe. I'm going to try to be a little sane, okay? So I got myself a haircut yesterday at Sports Clip. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Don't I look good? Now the lady said, because I was going to dye my hair yesterday, and the lady said, no, I wouldn't dye it because you look good with gray hair. So I decided to keep the gray hair, okay? Because the lady said that I look good with gray hair, okay? Why is it that I'm always losing my box cutters? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm not doing this to get Arbuckle upset. I'm doing this because, okay, I love Arbuckle. I love Arbuckle. His comments are so on time. Yeah, Arbuckle says, your gut bacteria is communicating with your with you. I love what he writes. He goes, your gut bacteria is communicating with you. More sugar. And that's right. That is true. You got your money's worth for that cut. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was too funny. Well, what I'm going to have is I'm going to so I was watching a video of these Mexicans. They have all these Cokes in this like a barrel with a lot of ice, okay? And then the girl takes the Coke. She has this bottle cap, and then she hits the bottle like this. She hits it like this. And then she hits it down like this. And then she opens it. And then immediately turns it upside down like this and puts it into a straw, which then immediately turns it into slush. And I thought, that is pretty cool. Okay, now Arbuckle sent something. What did Arbuckle say? In barber school, they learn to compliment you on things that... So Arbuckle... I got to stop reading these. I can't get anything done. Arbuckle says, in barber school, they learn to compliment you on things that they can't fix. They can't fix my gray. Look at this, all this gray. Look at all the gray I have. Look at all that. Oh my gosh. Look at all that gray. Oh, I meant to tell you this. So we went to dinner after church. We went to our favorite restaurant, it's somewhat our favorite. They make really good food, okay? It's all scratch made. It's kind of like Carrabba's. Everything is scratched. You know, they don't make any process. Nothing comes from like Gordon food. It's all, you know, you have pasta, they make everything, you know. And it's called Cheddar's, okay? And I think they're only in the Midwest. Anyway, so we go to Cheddar's, and I'm always talking to people. I went up to this guy and said, "Hey, how you doing?" I says, "I see you're here with your daughter." And the wife laughed, and she goes, "No, that's my wife." I go, "What? You can't be that old. She's got to be in her 30s or 40s." Anyway, so I got talking to him. I go, "So how old are you?" He goes, "I'm 90 years old." I go, "What? You're 90? Yeah, he's 91 years old. He retired. He retired when I got married 40 years ago. That's when he retired. In barber school, they learn to compliment you on things that they cannot fix. You already said that to me, Arbuckle. They cannot fix. That is true. I thought they did a good job. You got your money for that. And so, and then, so we got talking and everything, and I said, "Man, if I look like you when I'm 90, I'll be happy." He drove there. He gets up, no cane, no nothing. Man, I'm gonna be just like that. I'm as healthy as an ox. I'm as healthy as an ox. Now today's sponsored by the Golf 2005 Golf Ford GT40. Isn't that sweet looking? Golf GT40. These are available right now. We only have about, how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 left. I have 18 of these left. 18 left. And these are available right now for your purchase. You can get one of these right now, and they will be shipped to you today. If you buy one of these right now, they will ship you today. That's the Ford GT40. Beautiful car. Now, this is what's really weird. Today, we only have 2 people on X. Yesterday, we had 19. Let's see, Robert. I bet it was little. Let's see. I bet it was little. Ship it out a whole new door. Ship it out a whole new door. Okay, I don't understand that one. Ship it out a whole new door. JBC, I've been reporting that each peanut butter cookie takes you 5 minutes off your life expectancy. LOL, 90 years old. I bet he was little. No, he was about 5 foot, maybe about 5'10", about this tall. Healthy. He looked like he was in his 70s. No, he really did. He looked like he was in his 70s. I didn't think he was. I said to him, I said, are you in your 80s or 70s? He goes, I'm 91 or 90. I go, you're kidding me. He said that he eats a peanut butter cookie every day. He says he eats a peanut butter cookie every day, and that's why he's 90 years old. That's why I told my wife driving home, I said, dear, you need to make me some peanut butter cookies. I need to live to be 90. You know what I'm saying? Ship what? What do you want me to ship? So Snuggles types, ship it out a whole new door. What does that mean? Ship it out a whole new door. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know what he means. Ship it out a whole new door. I don't know what that means. Ship it out a whole new door. Holy cow. Holy. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna. Oh. I can't have it today. I don't know what to do. The golf. Okay. Philip, Pizza Ferrato guy. Pizza Ferrato. Send it to Peter, his brother. Tell him it's a gift from Philip. Brian's. Let's see, Bryan. Bryan is inhaling his own parts. The love skin. You better take a dump. Keep him running. Keep him away from the open flames. Oh, stop. Oh, I can't have this much fun every day. This should be illegal. This should be illegal. Keep him away from an open flame. You better take a dump, Brian. I don't want that car. I already. Well, then what do you want? Never mind, Daniel. Never mind. He doesn't want that car. I don't know what he says sometimes. Oh my gosh. I can't handle it.
Okay, so he's almost done. Sarah's not here today. So I'm just going to put a sign out, lock the door, put a sign on the door, or just call if you come.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
No, I'm going to be here. I'll stay an extra couple hours.
You just want to stay?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, I said.
If nobody's coming in, no.
It doesn't matter. Somebody might show up. I'll just keep the live stream, and then I'm going to work on the Carrera order here, and I won't go down to the house today.
Are you sure?
I told you it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm having no. You guys are going down, and I don't understand why you took those cross things out
What are you talking about?
down at the store. Why'd you take those other ones out? There wasn't wrong with anything. Those
We stepped on one. It broke right in half. That's
really.
We're just like, let's just get them out of there. What should we do? Should we keep it in there? Wait till after we get everything done, and then have a joist break in half?
Oh man, that's too much. So Snuggles, as long as it's free, don't mess with. I don't want that car. Then why did you tell me ship it? I don't get it. You have too much sugar in you, Arbuckle. If he discharges a cap gun, the surrounding air will. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This is too much fun. Oh my gosh, it's too much fun. Oh boy, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. All right, we gotta prove that point. All right. So I got my cap gun here. So the next time I have one, I think that's going to come, I'm going to see if that theory is correct, okay? Because I don't believe in that, okay? So let's see. So I've got the cap gun. I can't show you on YouTube, but I can show you on X. Here's the cap gun. The next time I have to pass some gas, I will fire this and see what happens, okay? You have too much sugar in you. Well, this morning I had a very healthy breakfast. Let's see. Show. I don't know why people... that burger, that bugler farm. Oh, man, that's too much. Holy cow, that's just too much. Too much. Holy cow, you guys got me. Look out, everyone. Here comes the open your mouth. You protect yourself from the blast. Oh, that's too funny. Holy cow. So Snuggles, so am I stupid or what? So Snuggles goes, ship it. And then he says, no, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Oh man. Wow, that was too much. That was too much entertainment. Holy cow. Oh, man. Holy cow. Holy moly. Wow. That was too much. That was too much entertainment. Holy cow. So let me explain to you why I am not going to have any health problems. Let me tell you why. I'm going to give you the reason why. Okay? I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to have any health problems, okay? And it all goes back to when I got vertigo. This is about almost 10 years ago. I woke up in the morning. Actually, it wasn't. I didn't wake up in the morning. All of a sudden, I was sleeping. And I turned in bed, I just turned in bed. I went from my left side to my right side. And all of a sudden I felt dizzy. And I go, I've never felt that. Why am I dizzy? And then I did it again. I turned again, and then I felt dizzy. I felt like I was going to throw up. And then, Kathy got up. It was Saturday morning. And then I was going to get up, and I stood up. And all of a sudden, the vertigo, I was like, I literally sat down. I felt I was going to throw up. And I tried to do it again, and so I said, Kathy, we got to go to the hospital. So we go to the hospital. And they do CAT scans, they do a CRT, they go all this. You don't understand what's the problem. All of a sudden, they look at and they did a CAT scan and they said that you might have a what do you call it? What do you call those things? Aneurysm. They thought I had an aneurysm because they looked at my brain and they saw a dark spot. And so they wanted me to go for I don't know what you call it. They a brain scan. I don't know what they wanted to pump my blood full of all this blue dye. And so I had to, and it's not something you go to sleep. You just sit there and they stick you, and I'm sitting there next to the doctor, and the doctor, you want to watch this? I go, yeah, I love to watch this kind of stuff. So the doctor is injecting the blue dye into my veins, and all of a sudden you could see this image of my body, and all of a sudden you see all my veins. He saw all my veins, and he goes to my head. He goes, look, you want to see where your aneurysm is? I go, yeah. Let me, or they think where the aneurysm was. Yeah, let's see. So he shows it to me, and he goes, well, I got some good news for you. It's not an aneurysm. It's basically just a junction. You have three veins coming together in like just a big. They're all coming into one area, and it's not an aneurysm. And then he was showing me all my other veins. He was showing me all the veins. He goes, he's showing me my entire body. Okay, and then he went to my heart. And he's looking at my, listen, I'm not kidding, okay? I know Arbuckle, I'm kidding with Arbuckle, and I know Arbuckle, and I get it. He doesn't think I should be, and some other people do have medical problems, and maybe they do want to cut down on this kind of stuff or that kind of stuff. I'm just telling you what he told me. He goes, man, you don't have any plaque anywhere. How is that? And I said to him, I said, how is that? I've been eating hamburgers and candy and junk all my life. He goes, well, I'm telling you, look at your veins. You got veins of a 20-year-old. You have no a plaque anywhere near your heart. You have no plaque at all. There was no plaque in my heart. Your veins are, he said, your veins are as clear as a 20-year-old. And that's what he said to me. Now, and I said, I'm just going by what, and then my brother, makes fun of me because obviously I have a stomach, for 40 years, I was a beanpole, just so you guys know. Loaded with farts. Thanks a lot, guys. That's because I'm loaded with farts. Oh my God. Talking about health issues while eating a cookie and drinking a Coke. No, And that's why I had the, they don't know why I had the vertigo. And so I had that, that was 10 years ago. Now, I'm maybe my body, you know, over the last 10 years has loaded up with plaque and everything. I don't know. ProTinkerToys, ha 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 ha. I knew Ryan had to comment. You need to start walking again, and start with 5 minutes of backwards walking if you're serious. You're and having David and Frankie walk with you. I am thinking about walking again, but you know what? It's like, why? Why should I do enough walking as it is? It's not like some of these guys think that I just sit around all day long. Okay, like I just sit around all day long. Those walks were so good for you, unbelievable. And this is a guy that has some serious depressional issues. Yesterday, I went into the mattress store last night. I thought I was going into a mortuary. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was going into a place that was selling caskets. You are shockingly agile for your height and weight. What? Well, obviously you don't. Now I'm going to check out my. I'm going to check out the cap gun here in a minute. I'm trying to get myself loaded up with a nice, good one, where I can pull the trigger on the cap gun. So obviously Ryan is bored. Okay, Ryan is bored down at the store. No, he's not at the store. No, he's getting ready to leave. He might be at the airport. Or he might be somewhere getting ready to leave to go to Florida. Okay? Okay? Holy cow. Ryan, he doesn't get... You know what? Here will I agree. Okay? If I was sitting in a chair all day long, okay, just and did nothing and never moved around all day long, I would agree with you, okay? But I go from 7 a.m., I get up at 7 a.m., I go from 7 a.m. to midnight every day, 7 a.m. to midnight. All right? Oh, here we go again. Ryan and Daniel. I am not changing. Okay, I am not changing to shipping. Okay, what that all about? Whatever. I don't care. It's all about you. It's all about you. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, then everybody says, you know, too juicy. And that's the end of that episode. He's complaining you. He's complimenting you. Is he really? Oh, brother. You know what it is? Some people, okay, so I'm 66 years old, okay? Just so everybody knows. I am 66 years old, okay? I have had several close counters recently. I fell on my head back in February. and I was unconscious for 10 minutes. And yeah, that's fine. Just leave them the way they are. You know, so I was unconscious for 10 minutes. I was in bed for 2 months, basically, or for a month, good month, all the month of February, first week of March. I don't know why everybody thinks that I am in such bad health. I just, it really, you know, I could understand if I'm taking, you know, 50 different medicines, okay, or if all of a sudden, you know, I'm starting to get Parkinson's, or all of a sudden I'm getting Alzheimer's, okay, which would be I'll be honest with you, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's would be devastating for me. I want to be very honest with you that if I got either Parkinson's or Alzheimer's, it would be a shock to me, and I would have to really reevaluate how I'm going to do the rest of my life. I'm just telling you, you know, that would be a very falling are a big risk at your age. No, I totally agree. I want to do a bunch of work on the shed. The windows need fixing. I'm not going to get up there anymore. I can't do that anymore. Tim and I did the shed about 10 years ago. More than that. No, it's got to be 15 years ago. It has to be long. It has to be 2009 and 10. We redid the shed. We redid the shed. We shingled it. Tim and I did. In 2009 or 10, I think we did that. And I do have not dementia. I do have memory loss. I'm trying to remember always to put things on my calendar now. If I make an appointment, I'm putting it on my calendar so I don't, because I'm remembering the appointment, then I forget it later. It's like, oh well, too bad. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so. But if I'm not taking any medication, I'm 66 years old. I have no, listen, I had to, if I had any heart problems, they would have told me. I've been to the doctors, you know, enough times. I'm sure they wouldn't have just let me go, you know. And then I was talking to my eye doctor yesterday. I was talking to my eye doctor yesterday. I was saying, yeah, my eye doctor. I was telling him, yeah, I fell and everything, and I had high blood pressure. And he laughed. He goes, yeah, you're at the doctor's and you have high blood pressure. Well, yeah, it does go up when you go to the eye doctor. And then I'm getting a tooth. Well, yeah, that would go up too because you're under a lot of pressure with the tooth being pulled. You know, so it's like, okay, where am I going to win or where am I going to lose? Bryan, I'm 69, you're 66. We have great energy. I have plenty of energy, but you know what? I'm 66. So when I do a lot of work, I'm tired then afterwards. I just want to relax a little bit. You know? No. I understand everybody's joking around. Today has been a great show. I love all the comments. There's a lot of comments. Arbuckle has been really fun. You woke up and heard angels, no more health problems. Arbuckle's been funny. Everybody's been funny. My wife just made some great cookies. I wish I could send you some. I'd like to send Arbuckle a couple, but I don't think he would eat them. I don't think Arbuckle would eat the cookies if I sent them to him. You know? So we have a lot of Bryan's bargains. Now, we're going to do a Bryan's bargain before I leave today. And this one is going to be, a really unique one. Okay? So we still have these Hot Wheel ones. You want to get these now while they're still in stock. Okay, we only got like 2 left. I think it's Barn 68. Matter of fact, we might have already sold out of them. Let me double check. Bryan's Bargain 68. Yeah, we still have a couple left. The Ultimate Exclusive, you get all 44 cars. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Don't tell Daniel or Ryan. Holy cow, am I going to get in trouble? I just would like to sell 5 of these today. That'd be $5,000 if I could sell 5 of these today. I know everybody tells me, no, it doesn't have, each cookie has 2 cups of sugar. No, it does not have 2 cups of sugar, because the whole batch of cookies, okay, has 1 cup of sugar. Okay, she put 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of flour, eggs, and peanut butter. Okay, so how each sugar has 2 cups of sugar, I don't know, unless you make up sugar. Sugar is bad. I know everybody says sugar is bad for you. Everybody says that. Then you know what? I don't know how we survived World War II. I really don't know how we did it. I don't know how. I don't know how we won World War II if sugar is so bad for us. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. All right, so we've got a special Bryan's Bargain that we're going to do. And that is, we're going to offer a Aurora. These are our Aurora racing cases. These are original Aurora cases. And these were initially back in, this is how inflation has killed this country and the world. Back in 1975, these things cost $4 a piece. $4. 1974. Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you leaving?
Yeah.
You want a cookie?
Yeah.
You want a couple peanut butter cookies?
Yeah.
There, I just gave Nate a couple peanut butter cookies. So this device, this is a display case that will hold slot cars. This is for the big cars. These are for the small cars. And then this is to hold all your parts. So basically, this will hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cars. All right? And so what we're going to do is, and this is brand new. This has never been opened. All right? This is a brand new item. It comes in a nice box. And we're going to offer... We're going to offer the race case. And we're going to offer it with some cars. You're going to get 8 cars. Okay, I got 8 assorted cars. a race case with 8 assorted cars. Okay, 8 assorted cars. You're going to get a race case with 8 assorted cars. These are the cars you're going to get. Okay, all right. You're going to get the Christine. You're going to get the Mystery Machine. You're going to get 2. You're going to get a Buick Riviera, a Cougar. Okay, that's going to be that first. Then you're going to get a CJ7, a Hummer, a Mach 5, and a VW Beetle. So you're going to get all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to get the display case. You're going to get the display case and 8 cars. Okay. This is for somebody that wants to do something to move their cars around. And plus you can put all your parts. These are another dividers that you can divide up the case. This is for somebody that's just getting into it and wants to have a case. And this is going to be Bryan's bargain number 70. Aurora race case with tray. And 8 cars. So 8 cars and the tray. Bryan's bargain number 70. Oh, Ryan said that I got something wrong on one of these. I got to redo this one. Bryan's bargain 70, okay. Race case, Aurora race case. $14.89, comma, plus 8 slot cars. Plus 8 slot cars. SC380 CJ7, comma, comma, SC380 Hummer, comma, SC381 Mach 5, comma, SC380 Volkswagen, comma, SC358 Plymouth Fury, comma, SC358 Mystery Machine, comma, SC363 Cougar, comma, SC363 Riviera, period. Bryan's bargain number 70. Yeah, I got to do it all over again. Shoot. This is so stupid. Dagnabbit. That's why that thing messed up the last time I did it. Because you can't save. Dagnabbit. $70. Aurora race case with 8 cars. Period. Race case 1498 no 89 comma SC363 Riviera, comma, SC363 Cougar, comma, SC358 Mystery Machine, comma, SC358 Plymouth Fury, comma, SC380 Volkswagen, comma, SC381 Mach 5, comma, SC380 Hummer, comma, SC380 CJ7, comma, CJ7. All right, so we got that listed. All right, so what is Arbuckle? Everybody's quoting here. It says that's too low, maybe $199. $99. Okay, so Arbuckle is guessing to be $99. All right, so very good. Everybody's getting a number collected. What that's going to be. Okay, so we're going to have 5. I'm going to put 5 of them up for sale because these are going to sell. I'm going to do 6. I'm going to do 6 up for sale. All right. Now, everybody's questioning, okay, well, how much is he going to put these for? I got to fix this other listing because it's all screwed up. This is Bryan's bargain number 70. Okay. I got to change this to 70. Plus 8. Plus all right, so we're going to save that. Now we got to put the price. All right, Arbuckle got it right on the button. It's $199. You get 6 cars. They're a little discounted though. I mean, you get 8 cars plus the case. Let's see. Let's see here. About $24 a car. Cars are alone are worth $199. It's about right. So you get all this for $199. Bryan's bargain. You get a display case and 8 cars. What a deal. Only available at ProTinkerToys.com. Right there. That is the show of the day. Now, I wanted to show you the Robo Gear. So the Robo Gear, this is what we sell the most of. So somebody wanted to know on Monday, what did we sell? No, this was Saturday. That's right. Somebody asked me, what do we sell the most of at ProTinkerToys.com? What have we sold the most of? And that is this item right here. Okay. This is Robo Gear. I have been selling this on our website since, or not on our website, but on YouTube, or not eBay, since 2000 or 2008. Since 2000, really 2009. We'll just say 2009. I have been selling this on YouTube or eBay. And we added it to the website, and we can't keep, this is one item that we can't keep in stock. I'm always reordering this. And I got it for a great price, and we sell it at a great price, okay? So if you haven't gotten one of these Robo Gear battle sets, they come with 8 figures, a battle base, and 24 soldiers. You want to have a fun game that you just set up and sit on a table and have a battle, this is it right here. Available at ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. Only available at ProTinkerToys.com. So I'm going to go over this way because I'm going to work on my Carrera order. And I'm going to put the camera right here. It's kind of quiet today because Daniel has took what's his name, and they are working on the house, and so I'm going to work on my Carrera order, and I'm going to send an email to Carrera first and request a current price sheet. All right. Now I'm going to pull up products. Ryan was supposed to get me a the price sheet. Well, guys, I got a lot of work to do. And I want to try to get some done today while I'm in the store. So we will see you guys later. I want to thank everybody for what we'll see tomorrow morning. Another great show. I just watching the live stream, enjoying the show. Well, if you guys don't mind me just sitting here working, I don't care. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Yes. No, not really, but I forgot. But yeah, anyways, what was it on eBay? Was it on eBay? Okay. Alrighty, okay. No, I understand. Oh, no problem. Anytime. Yeah, that might be a different source. They do that a lot. They'll do fake orders. All right, I'll check into that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, it's still going on. I'm doing some things, but yeah, it's still going on. They can't get enough of me. They can't get enough of me. They just really love to see my tush. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, sweet. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You have a good day, okay? Yeah, bye. Brian Young, Pro Tinker. What did you? What? Hello there. Can I help you today, please? Hello, Clover. Clover. I don't know. What do you want? I'll let you know after I talk to you. What do you want? What kind of business do we have? Pro Tinker? No, it's ProTinkerToys.com. Say ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. Say ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. What are you trying to sell me? Well, how are you not selling me if you're calling me? Oh, you want to share something with me first. What do you want to share me first? Yeah, I don't take. I understand. I don't take. I don't do all that. My son does. You have to get a hold of him, my son. Okay, and he's here. He's normally here the second Wednesday of every month. Okay, thanks.
Ohio.
ProTinkerToys.com. I don't know yet. Yes. Yes. We have everything. Where are you from? Yeah, we have everything. What brand is it? Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, we have hand throttles, so I mean, if you need to, it's what brand is it? Does it say on the box? Carrera? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I've got. Yeah. Plus, we have some special sets on sales too. So, if you want to add cars and track, it's a good deal. It's up to you. We have the hand throttles and the cars. So. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Well, I mean, we're normally here at 9 in the morning. I am usually, and so it's. But yeah, it is 12 to 5 normally. What I'm saying, it's official, but we're always shipping from 10 to noon. So I mean, we're always here. So if you end up coming, you're probably going to see us. Yeah, there you go. All right. Xavier Roback. I don't know. I don't know a lot of. I mean, I know some people in town because I'm part of the council, but there are a lot of people. We don't have a. Oh, is he? I think I have seen him. Yeah, I've seen him. Who? Oh, I think he does my lawn. Oh, all righty. Yep, we got it though. Yep, bye. Alrighty, so now I have to figure out. Okay, so I got that done. All right, guys, we're gonna talk. I got to do a couple other things. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot for watching the live stream. Appreciate all the support.